Deshaun Watson has not spoken publicly since March 25th, his introductory press conference in Cleveland, where he was bestowed the best contract in the history of the NFL, most player-friendly contract in the history of the NFL. All of his money guaranteed, and also the first year of his contract is designed in such a way that if he is suspended, the amount of money that would be suspendable is minimal. Just 1 million of the 45 others. He's 1 million of the 46 total is in a certain manner in his contract that would leave it open to being garnished. The rest of it, the league can't touch. He gets it. So it couldn't be more friendly. And that would normally make a guy beam from ear to ear, but because of what's going on in his personal life, the introductory press conference of Deshaun Watson looked like a funeral. I think that was my comment when we were on the air live in the crazy hell going on month of March.
Yep, absolutely.
He hasn't spoken since then. Since then, though, details of his depositions in the civil suits that have been filed against him have come out. There's a New York Times story that came out as well last week. 2 more accusers are coming. There was an HBO piece on Real Sports on all of this that happened on the night of the Emmy Awards, and we read about it that night and heard about it that night, and apparently other women were at home watching it, and a 24th civil suit came out. Based on, I guess, somebody who not even his own attorneys knew about. That was their reaction to her civil suit. The details in her civil suit, the 24th that came, it was filed apparently because the woman had watched Real Sports and said, I've got to speak out now. And the details in that suit I called vile, because they are, if true, vile. So now comes a guy stepping to the podium today, made available by the Browns, and I appreciate him answering the questions, or at least facing questions. And many of the answers, from what I read, again, I didn't see the entire press conference, he can't talk about things because there's a process going on. However, part of that process is answering questions when you are the quarterback of a major NFL team, or any NFL team. And the first question that I find interesting, and I'm eager to hear the answer. The New York Times story, written by Jenny Vrentas, based on all of their reporting in the Houston area and also in other spots that Deshaun frequented, 66 masseuses, 66 different masseuses contacted by Deshaun Watson over a 17-month span. He was asked today if he thinks that number's accurate.
I mean, I can answer. I don't think so for what me and my attorneys went through. But at the same time, you know, that's more of a legal question that I can't really get into details about. So you'll probably have to ask my attorneys and things like that to confirm.
Okay, handing that off to his attorneys. Let's move on to the next one, and then we'll take them all as a whole. Again, I have not heard these. I'm hearing these for the first time with you. He was asked, why should he be believed over his accusers?
I understand that question, and I definitely respect it. But I feel like with this environment coming off the football field, it's hard to answer that question, especially without talking to anybody on my legal team. But at the same time, you know, I've been honest and I've been truthful about my stance, and that's, you know, I never forced anyone, I never assaulted anyone. So that's what, you know, I've been saying it from the beginning, and I'm going to continue to do that until all the facts come out on the legal side. I have to continue to just, you know, go with the process with my legal team and you know, the court of law.
All right, third soundbite here. And again, I'm being told by our crack staff that this is all indicative of the general tenor of the conversations. These aren't cherry-picked. This is just the best indication as to what was asked of him and his answers. The third one was, did he regret anything that he said at his initial press conference, which he kind of just repeated right there, that he never assaulted anyone, he never forced anybody to do anything, and some of his accusers have absolutely refuted that they felt violated. And he was asked if he regretted any of those statements.
I think that question kind of, triggered a lot of people, not just women in general, but a lot of people from this, in the league, from women to males and things like that. And what I was saying is, yes, I never assaulted, disrespected, or harassed anyone. But at the same time, I do understand that I do have regrets as far as the impact that it's had on the community and people outside of just myself. And that includes my family, that includes this organization, that includes my teammates in this locker room that have to answer to these questions, that includes, the fan base of the Cleveland Browns, that includes males, females, everyone across the world, So that's one thing I do regret is the impact that it's have triggered on so many people. And it's tough to have to, deal with.
That's a lot of word salad right there. I don't know if he can truly answer these questions head on and keep the word salad out of his diet there while these cases are still pending. And he regrets triggering people by saying he didn't disrespect anybody. There's no question he left women feeling disrespected. And again, read some of these documents and you tell me if this behavior is any way, shape, or form normal, and this behavior is any way, shape, or form could be viewed as respectful. It's just so tough to believe. And again, I say this fully knowing the guy who came out of Clemson that I thought I knew, or hopefully for him, I still do know. It just doesn't, I can't believe we're hearing this. He's not equipped to answer these questions, clearly. 66 masseuses. That is an absurd number. That should be his answer. Absurd. That's absurd. Absurd. 66 masseuses over 17 months. Why would I see 66 masseuses over 17 months? Why would I contact 66 masseuses over 17 months? I'm Deshaun Watson. I'm the star quarterback of the Houston Texans. I'm an A-list elite athlete on planet Earth. Why would I need to see 66 different people to work on my body? My body is a temple. I should only have a couple of people. 66 is an absurd number. I don't even need to contact my lawyers. That's not true. That sounds like an answer. Why should I be believed over my accusers? Well, it's an easy question to answer. What did that mean that I'm coming off of a football field right now? It's tough to answer in a football environment. The answer is I'm to be believed because what I'm saying is true. What I'm saying is true. Ask anybody in the Houston community. Go ahead and ask anybody what I meant to that community. Go ahead and ask everybody what I was about in that community. Problem is if you ask certain people, I mean, these are answers to those questions that you would think are coming. And I haven't seen the full thing, so I apologize. Which apparently, did I hear those words? I apologize. I apologize if I'm incorrect. But he said he regretted the way that his comments about saying that women were not disrespected by him, and how that gets men and women, males, women all over the world upset. Again, the numbers mount up and makes it very difficult to comprehend and believe. It's very tough. And I want to believe the guy. God, do I want to believe this guy. I want to believe him on behalf of all my diehard Browns fans who can't believe that they're in this situation. I want to say that on behalf of the league that I've been working for 20 years. I want to say that on behalf of Deshaun Watson and his family. And I certainly want to say it on behalf of all the women. That goes without saying, but of course I want to say it. But man, it's just so many for us to have to sit here and believe in him saying, well, I've been honest all along. It didn't even sound like he could be straight up on some of these responses today.
Yep.
And he has to talk because he's not suspended. He's not on the exempt list. He is a star quarterback for a top-notch team in this league that can win it all this year if things break right, with a fan base that's one of the best in sports. Not dog pounding everybody I've known from back in the day, from all those people I met in that school up north, as they refer to, down in that football loving state of Ohio. I honestly don't know what to make of all this, except I need more. I need more information. And while all these lawsuits are sitting out there now, 25 and 26 coming, at least he got out there and spoke. But I'm left wanting. I'm left wanting more. But what can he say when he hasn't settled them? He hasn't addressed them.
Yeah.
If he says he's sorry, which he has to at least address that he had problems in Houston and problems with the way he conducted himself. So, I mean, something's clearly up. Something was clearly up there. The question is what's the up? I can't shoot you straight enough.
I just don't want to give him credit for standing there and just saying a bunch of words when, there's all this going on.
I hear you.
Yeah.